Hey, good day. Forgive my lightning. I don't have my lights set up, but hopefully you can see me. And I just want to share something with you today. The word of the day is encroachment. So in real estate, encroachment means the intrusion on someone else's territory, rights, individual liberties, or property. So, again, I want to bring it from the point of real estate because, according to Investopedia and according to real estate and the Real Estate Commission, encroachment is where you, as a property owner, or someone else as a property owner, infringes on someone else's property. So, what that means is that each person owns their own property and they're not supposed to cross boundaries to infringe upon someone else's property. That means you can't go in someone's yard and say, hey, this is my yard too. I'm going to do what I want to do. Or you can't go up to their door and just open their house as if it's your own. Or you can't build upon their property. In other words, you can't build upon their land. It is their home, and you cannot violate it and trespass and encroach upon it. Well, guess what? You know, I like life principles, so I'm going to apply this to our personal lives. When I look at us as human beings, not only are we personal property, we are also real property. Now, what do I mean by that? Because I know there's a negative connotation when people say we're not property. Well, think about it. A house is your home, right? Think about the allegorical. You are your home. In you carry a body, which some refer to as a body or a temple or whatever you want to refer to it as, and you possess mind, body, and spirit. That is your property. Your body is your property. Your mind, body, and spirit is your property. It belongs to you. And no one should encroach upon it spiritually or mentally. In other words, they should not cross boundaries out of their body, their mind, and their spirit as their own owner of themselves and encroach upon you as another individual. All too often, so many people do that. They practice taking their spirits and projecting and connecting onto someone else's body or connecting onto someone else's spirit, and they practice violating someone in their privacy, watching what they're doing, doing all kinds of stuff. And that's an encroachment, that's an infringement. Now, we have a natural law for that you're not supposed to do that with the physical realm and physical property. How much more is that not supposed to be happening spiritually? All too often, spiritual theft is happening in our world by people encroaching and infringing and trespassing on other people's mind, body, and spirit. Think about that. Let that sink in. There are people who literally practice peeping in on you, watching what you do in your privacy. They know how to project their spirits and energy to do that. Is it right or wrong? It's wrong. It's wrong. You want to have your own privacy and your own life. Like when you walk inside your house, that's the privacy of your home. No one should be there but you. No one should be in your privacy but you. And it's the same way with your physical body, your spiritual body. That is your home. That is your privacy. And all too often, people's bodies, minds, and spirits have been broken into by other people's bodies, minds, and spirits. It has caused encroachment, it has caused infringement, and it has caused trespassing. If I walk up to a company and I go in there and I don't belong there for business operations or whatever, I am labeled as trespassing. If I come to your apartment or your home and I try to open the door and I try to go inside, I am trespassing. If I own a home and my neighbor owns their home or mortgage or whatever you want to call it, and we stay next to each other, and I go on top of their property and I try to build a fence or I try to step on side their property and just do things that I'm not supposed to do and park my car in their yard, it's called encroachment. There are just certain things you cannot do. How much more if that's a law for physical property and personal property, things that are in the physical, how much more should that be for the spiritual? How much more? should that be spiritually. No one should be connected onto you to where they know your thoughts, to where they doing all kinds of things. We are not supposed to be like that. You have your own individuality, your own spirit, and your own mind. And you are your own personal property and your own real estate. So, personal property is defined as, according to the Real Estate Commission, as anything that's movable, but it personally belongs to you. Real property is defined as immovable. In other words, things that are fixed, land, houses, immovable. You can't move those things. So again, if you look at it in an allegorical way, you are both personal and you are both real, because you're more real than a house. Why? Because houses are built by humanity. Houses do not build themselves. So it is the real property that built the house. Again, you are personal property because you are your own individual, your mind, your body, and your spirit. And you should never be encroached upon by someone else's mind, body, and spirit. And again, all too often, there has been such a violation in our world, and this has happened, and so much spiritual theft has occurred, and it is wrong. And just because people don't talk about it, it doesn't mean that it's not reality or it's not truth. So I just want you to remember and to be aware to take care of your real personal property, which is you. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying things are fixed overnight. I'm not even saying the people who are doing this to you just go away overnight, because trust me, they don't. But to be aware of it and to be consciously aware of it. So when you're creating or you're thinking of ideas or things that you're trying to do, that you know when to act and when not to act. Because again, there is too much spiritual theft going on, because the encroachment and infringement and trespassing of other people's spiritual liberties. You have a great day, and I hope this has been inspiring to you.